I'm going to show you a cool way that you can easily navigate your way through the pentatonic scales anywhere on the guitar fretboard without having to memorize those pesky 5 standard pentatonic box shapes. All you need to do is visualize one simple pattern and then connect them in a certain way across the fretboard. Okay, so here is that pattern. With the root note being the 3rd fret middle string. A nice symmetrical box, right? Burn that into your brain. Okay, got that? Okay, so did you notice in this box we have 2 notes here that are an octave apart, right? So 2 frets up, 2 strings down, we have that octave repeat. And same here. But here on this B string there's a shift because there's 2 strings are offset from the other ones by 1 step, right? So what that means is, knowing that, then any pattern that you know somewhere on a string, you can do the same thing an octave higher by shifting it up 2 frets down 2 strings, right? So now we can take our 3-string pattern like that, right? We move it down there. Okay? Now, when we do that, we should keep track of where that root note is. That root note there, right? Root note. Root note. Okay. Now, there's another diagonal in the other direction, but it's a different offset. It's 3 strings down, 3 frets down, right? So what that means is that we can shift our box that amount as well, right? Taking into account those 2 strings are shifted up, right? Right? Okay, so got that? By the way, knowing those 2 diagonal octave intervals is also very useful for finding any note on the fretboard only by knowing the notes on the 5th and 6th strings, right? So if you know that that's an A here on the top string, then you can find an A here, and here, and here, right? So you memorize all the notes on the top on these 5th and 6th strings, and then you can find the other ones. Navigating diagonally, but what about vertically, you might ask? Well, if we picture our boxes, so 3-string boxes now on the fretboard, you'll notice that there's a pattern between them, which has 2 strings with 2 fret intervals between the notes. This is probably best illustrated when we look somewhere like with the root note starting on the 4th string. Here, let's say A, right? And then here you have a 2 fret gap between them, and above it. And then now we have our start of our 3-string box here, but it's lined up with our 4th fret here, right? So, and on the other side, on the bottom side of that 2-string pattern, we start again with our box, right? So if you remember that pattern here with the 2 strings, above it, you're lining up your box on the 4th string, and below it, you're lining up your 3-string box on the 1st finger, right? Right? So remember that pattern, and remember that there's always 2 together like that with the 2 fret intervals, and then on either side of that you got your block of 3 always, right? You just have to offset this one, the first 2 strings, shift it up 1 fret. So to put it all together, by visualizing how these patterns connect, and very importantly, by keeping track of the root note, then you can easily extend your patterns diagonally or vertically just by switching between these 2 types of patterns when you come across that root note, right? So, let's say you got your 3-string pattern like this. Root note, right? Root note. Now you can go, let's say, from here, this root note. You know that pattern, right? Now your root note again here, so you go up. Right? Okay, one other thing. It's also useful if you keep track of the sequence of notes, or you understand the sequence of notes inside that box, right? So you have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in your pentatonic scale, right? The order. And if you want to add in your blue note, that's here at the top of that box, right? And this actually works also for the major pentatonic scale. The only difference being that in our 3-string box, the root note is here. So it's here, number 1, right? 1, 2. And the blue note is still in the same spot. Okay? Okay, right, now so just have fun with all that. Here's a good exercise which helps you to visualize and to play around with them in a horizontal way, right? Okay, so start off with our 3-string box in the E. And we can move down. And this other interval, remember? With the open strings. Root here. Another root. Back to E again. Okay. Let me know what you think. Does it help you out? What do you want? You gonna help us? Hey, what you done?